what we're going to do is open the Turaco application that we downloaded. First thing that it asks us to do is to enter a new username, new password, our email address, and then what we'll do is we will scan the QR code that is at the bottom of the gateway. So let's start, okay? I'm just going to enter a demo username. I'll call it test1, test1, test1,
אתה בתמונה דרך אגב.
test, whoops, I made a mistake there. Test 1, whoops, 1. Password is based on the 8 characters, uppercase, lowercase, number type of password. So what I'll do is, in this case, capital T, test 1, test 1. Email is your email address. So I'll enter right now an email address, a valid email address, to get the code to begin activating the product. And now the next stage is to scan the QR code. So I'm going to press the scan button here. Okay, and I'm going to scan the QR code. Okay, and now as the QR code is scanned, that is entered, and now I'm going to press the create account. And it's asking for me to provide the security code that was sent to the email. So I'm going to go now back to Gmail and get the security code. Here, I got the security code here. Okay, I'm going to copy the security code. I'll go back here to the application, paste the security code, do a save. Okay, and now I'm going to follow the instructions that appear here. So as it says here, ensure that the site internet worker is active and stable. I've done that. Put the gateway near the router that provided the site internet. I've done that as well. Connect the power supply to the gateway and connect the power plug to the gateway. We've all done that, as you can see here. Power supply is connected. The gateway is connected to the home router. And now I'm going to press the button Start Gateway Installation. Okay, gateway was successfully installed. Camera installation. Press Next to start the camera setup. If you have more than one camera, please install only one camera at a time. Connect the power supply of the camera to an electrical power socket. Connect the power plug of the camera to the socket. So it's just showing me to connect that. Ensure that the power LED here is light. Okay. And then the next stage is to attach the LAN cable to the gateway and to the camera, and make sure that we see that happen. So let's do that. I'm going to put the phone down for a minute. Okay, and now I'm going to take the pedestal of the camera. You can choose either of the 2 cameras that come in with the package. Doesn't make a difference which one you choose first. And so I'm unscrewing the nut here, connecting the camera here, turning it around a bit, and now I'm going to tighten the nut here. Okay, Okay, now I can set up the camera. So the first thing I'll do is take one of the two identical power supplies. I'm opening that up, so make that easy for me. I'm connecting the power supply to the camera, just like that. Connecting the power over here. Next thing I'll do is I'm going to take one of the remaining network cables. Before I do that, I want to make sure that I see the LED here light up, showing the bottom LED here that shows that the power is working. The next stage is to connect the cable to the camera, and then I connect the other end of the cable to the gateway. You can see here there's a green LED that should light up as soon as I connect the camera. See that happen? Okay, so it's blinking on, as you can see. Okay, so that means that the camera now is connected. I can also see on the camera that the middle blue LED is blinking. So as we can see, the middle blue LED is blinking. That shows that the camera is now connected with the LAN cable to the gateway. And there should be a beep when you connect the camera. Okay, so now I need to give this camera a name. Let's call this camera. Whoops. Let's call this test 1 camera 1. Connect the camera. So we're waiting for the configuration to happen. What is happening right now is the application is talking to the cloud. The cloud is now talking to the gateway. The gateway is talking to the camera and downloading all the configuration of the camera. Now it's asking me whether I would like to configure another camera. Yes, I would. Okay, so now I'm taking the second camera that I have and doing the same thing that I did before, which is I'll open the nut up to the end, connect the pedestal to the camera, tighten the nut. Okay, and now again the stages are that I open cable connector here, connect the power to the camera. Okay, take the power supply, connect it to the power. I now disconnect the network cable that was connected previously to the camera. Okay, and now connected to this camera, like this. And what I'll see here again is that the power LED is on, as well as the network LED. So both of these have come on. And now what is left is for me to give a name to the camera. So let's call this test 1 camera 2. And I'll say connect to the camera. And it's doing please wait for camera configuration. And as you can see, the camera right now is getting configured through the cloud via the gateway. And once that is completed, this camera will also be registered in the cloud for viewing and recording. So we'll wait a few more seconds. Here, and it says here that the camera setup has failed, and it's asking me whether I would like to try again. So let's try again. We might have some internet issues, as this is a live demo of configuring the camera to the cloud, and we should see here in a few seconds that the camera was successfully connected to the cloud and configured correctly. And here we have the success. Would you like to configure another camera? No, I only have 2 cameras, so no, I am done. And now it's asking me to fill in my personal information. So let's fill in, we'll call myself here John Doe, and my email appears, and now I'll do a save. And whoops. And now the system is up and running. So I can arm, stay arm, or disarm. I can view the cameras. Okay, and we can see here the cameras that are being viewed right now. In a second, you can see me on the cameras. Let's see, it should come up in a few seconds. Hopefully, maybe. Not really very successful here. Let's try again. Like I said, we might have here. So you can see the camera now live. I can do a full screen here, and we can see again the camera live. Okay, and now I can go back to regular screen. I can see the other camera. Okay, here it came up, and I can go to full screen with the other camera. Okay, and that's up and running. Of course, I can arm the system, and okay, and now we've received an alarm that has been created, and we'll see the live video of the alarm. And since several alarms are being created, I will see several video streams. So right now I'm going to move the camera so alarms are not created anymore. Okay, and let me close that. And I can see even in the history, whoops, I pressed the wrong button here. Okay, so there are several alarms going on. Okay. And let me just look at the history. We can see the history of the alarms. We can see the video clips as well as the snapshots of the alarms. Let me just disarm the system here so we don't get any more alarms. If I go back, I can see again video clips or snapshots, and you can see the different. See the intervention here. Okay, so I think we've covered the installation and a little bit about the application. Enjoy.